with Charles Davis. As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Alert! Alert!
To throw again on 2nd down. Griffin. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Dorrance Armstrong. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Parsons. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is caught. It's written for the Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Rodgers will throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Harold Carmichael. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Now Rodgers. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception.
Here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for them. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test the defense as sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is caught. It's Witten. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Pollard again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Night Train Lane. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Again, Walker.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This will be caught by Harold Carmichael.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Brady. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden as we watch this long drive continue to begin quarter two. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attacking the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing now is Brady. Throw left side, taken in by Hill.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Hey, 66.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards on the play.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2nd and goal from the 1. Brady now to throw. Touchdown! From a yard out. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On play action, Rodgers. A throw left side complete to Harold Carmichael. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Pollard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Night Train Lane. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
is absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Brady. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Touchdown! Common Moore. As the first half is winding down. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Hey, 66.
The slot man in motion right. Throwing is Brady on third down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. From the gun, it's Walker. The broken tackle could not free him. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway here in London. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Pollard. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And Santos has got it complete. And with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there right off the bat. 72 yards on the ground. So the fullback, the beef, normally the lead blocker, shows that he can run it a long ways as well.
And he does have an ability to run away from people, but you and I...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Three and a half to go, first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On play action, now Rodgers. He's got the Hall of Famer, Harold Carmichael. A big play here for Dallas. 62 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, break.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
On the give, this is their fullback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Elway. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On fourth down, Elway. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. Fourth down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. They'll run with Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. These two teams all tied after one. First down, and it's Pollard again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Open man, it's Jason Witten. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And now a carry here for their fullback. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Elway to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Now Elway on first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way
down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, Elway on first down. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now it's Elway. And it's caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coach.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Jason Witten. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Parsons. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Rodgers again now. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
Final play of the half. It's Elway. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Harold Carmichael, 85 yards.
And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, and now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now Elway to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Third and 2. Now Elway. Quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11 Landry.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Elway. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Elway.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out of the gun, Elway. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. 12 yards there as they move the chains. first and 10. Elway firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. A give to the fullback on the dive. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
And that was a good collision right there, and I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback with his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The 71 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They go back to Pollard on second down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he's got Decker, left side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. They'll run left with Pollard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.